Hi everybody, welcome to the next video in the series between Boston and Australia. Now unfortunately I had some issues with the filming between Oxford and Australia, so I've managed to scrape together what I can. It's not as informative as the Boston to Oxford with the more explanations about the avionics and what I'm doing. But I've managed to scrape together some of the videoing, and so this one is more of an overview about what we did, a few of the scenery, some of the airports we went to, a little bit of chat, but it's not quite as informative or instructional as the last videos. So I hope you enjoy them, and I apologise in advance for the lack of interest, or I think it's very interesting, but of the lack of instruction on these videos. Good morning everybody from 27,000 feet above the Austrian Alps. So we're in the Vision Jet. We came out of Oxford a little bit earlier on. There's myself and Patrick. Patrick is enjoying the view and loading up photos as well. And going well so far. We've had some really decent tailwinds as well, which is fantastic. So we've got we did have 430 knots of ground speed earlier on, which is brilliant. So we're on our way first stop into Pula for a little drop of fuel, and then the short hop from there down into Split in Croatia, where we'll stop there for the night before our day tomorrow down into Egypt. Descending down into Split now. We've got not far to go. We're just going through 5,000 feet, descending to 3,000. We've been cleared for the approach, and just routing down the beautiful Croatian coastline, going southbound into Split. Pretty much about a mile and a half, isn't it? Yeah. Good. Wind check. 500.
Surface wind 040 degrees 7 knots, maximum 14.
Roger, thank you.
Cool. Right down the runway.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, approaching minimums.
Minimums.
Power off.
I'm not going to make that one, so that's fine. Well, here we are, we've made it to Split. Patrick's done an amazing landing on this this place here, just greased it onto the ground, fantastic. So yeah, we're in Split now, very empty Split airport. Following the Follow Me car, and we'll be shutting down for the night. We'll get in some fuel, and then we'll be off to the hotel, and then we'll head out tomorrow to Crete and then Hurghada in Egypt. maxing out at Split. We're just entering, backtracking the runway. We're on our way down to Crete for our first stop. Everything's running on time, bang on 8 o'clock, which is fantastic, which is our off blocks time. UTC,
and we're clear.
And then backtracking runway 05. Crossing over Greece now, there's Mount Olympus, just off the left-hand side of the aircraft. So we're tracking down through Greece, over the top of Athens, and then eventually we will be arriving down in Crete for a fuel stop before heading down into Egypt. Turning on to final approach now into Crete, into Heraklion. It's a little bit bumpy coming across, but you can see all of the resorts all the way along the coastline here, and runway is just up there. Oh, a little bit bumpy. There's the runway up there.
Okay, glide path is starting to come down, 1 notch of flaps.
Here we go, we're in Crete, having a coffee. Guys are fueling the aircraft. Patrick is observing them. And we're going to go in, get our passport stamped, and then we're off to Egypt, next stop.
Look at that sweet little baby.
Just about on the southern side of the Mediterranean Sea now, just coming up to the Egyptian coastline. It's a bit cloudy down below, but we're doing well. We're at flight level 270, heading down towards Hurghada, and then from there we're going to stop overnight, and then we'll end up eventually the next morning heading across to Saudi Arabia. So just approaching the southern part of the Mediterranean Sea. Coming across the African coastline, just off the tip of the wing there we can see Egypt, and then a little bit further along is Libya, and we're coming down shortly to turn sort of towards Cairo, but they are routing us further south as we go, so a few little bits of changes of routing, but it's clear skies in front of us. Final leg of the day into Hurghada. Got the River Nile below us. And coming down to parallel the Suez Canal. And the Suez with about 40 minutes to go.
And ice protection, we can turn that off now.
Final descent into Hurghada. We can see all of the holiday resorts all the way along the Red Sea coast, and there is the dual runways. Parallel runways are on 3-4 left to land.
Minimums.
big runway.
Oman 81 Romeo Delta, we're ready for departure.
على بس الترافيك ينزل بس ان شاء الله ونمضي كروس ثانية واحدة.
هولد يا باشا.
All right.
Here we are, Hurghada, Egypt. Patrick's just putting in the plugs, getting the aircraft sorted, we're getting the aircraft fueled as well, and then he's off to the hotel for a well-deserved rest. Until tomorrow. Hurghada, Egypt, stripe time now that we're in Africa and going into Asia, so it's where these just makes it much more efficient for us to get through security as we go through. But into Hurghada, checking out the aircraft, and then we'll be off to Saudi Arabia now. Seeing out at Hurghada. Pretty busy at the moment. Patrick and myself getting ourselves ready, waiting for our clearance, and then we'll be off over the Red Sea in towards Saudi Arabia for our first fuel stop.
Airspeed is alive. 40. 50, 60. 70. 85, rotate. Positive rate, gears up. 115 knot, flaps are up.
Crossing the coast of Saudi Arabia, so we got the Red Sea to our right. Down there to the south is Jeddah, and then a little bit further up the coastline up there we go into Jordan, and Israel is up in that sort of part. So we're quite happily flying up here. It's smooth going, and we should be at our first destination in 1 hour and 14 minutes, and that's Oscar Echo Golf Sierra. Descending into Qasim in Saudi Arabia. We're going to join the ARC, which comes out of here, and we can go round on the DME ARC onto the VOR approach to land on runway 33.
Tower Saudi 1574, Assalamu alaikum, Sabah al Khair.
3 greens.
Okay, we're in Qasim in Saudi Arabia, and they're just fueling the aircraft, getting ourselves sorted. We'll be heading out to Muscat very shortly, so we're just going to go and get ourselves sorted, and then we're heading to the aircraft and get going again. In between Bahrain and Qatar now. It's a little bit cloudy, which is unfortunate, but we can just see the land of Qatar. Over our right shoulder is Bahrain, but it's a little bit cloudy, and we'll be heading a little bit further south eastbound into the UAE, where we're going to cross over Abu Dhabi and then in towards Muscat. Not far to go now, 44 minutes, and we just see off to the left hand side of the aircraft there's Dubai. You can see the palm and the world just over there, and as we come just in front of the aircraft here we've got Abu Dhabi, so we're just coming over the top of Abu Dhabi now with about 43 minutes to go into Muscat.
7 or greater, flying 5 also descending now.
Final descent of the day into Muscat. We're just passing 17,000, or flight level 170, or 17,000 to 11,000. We've been cleared to go straight to Itlak for the approach. Coming down, there's the Gulf of Oman up there, left hand side, and Muscat is a little bit further on. Up there we've got about 11 minutes to run. Final approach into Muscat. We've been clear to land, 08 left.
4 miles down to 100.
Minimums.
Made it to Muscat. We're in Oman now, and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Lovely temperature, about 24 degrees. We're going to fuel the aircraft tomorrow because we only have one leg in the morning, and they're going to get the fuel truck on standby in the morning. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait here for half an hour. So we're going to get ourselves off to the hotel for a good night's rest, and the flight tomorrow to India. Okay, we're in Muscat. It's the next morning. We're on our way to the aircraft now in the JetX's crew car. This is a very nice Rolls Royce, and myself and Patrick are just heading out to the aircraft, get some fuel, and then off to India.
Assalamualaikum, Oman 203.
We're lining up runway 26 right at Muscat, just holding for some wake turbulence, and then we'll be departing
Assalamualaikum, Oman 203.
runway track out to 3,000 feet.
Just confirm the temperature and gain H for today.
Positive rates. Gears up. Parameters are normal. Cabin pressure is rising. We don't need ice protection. Oh, look at that mosque down there.
Yeah. Some pretty impressive buildings, and some pretty impressive traffic also going into town.
November Papa Mike, climb level 230.
Climb flight level 230 November 6 Papa Mike. Okay, we just crossed into Pakistan airspace, so up here we've got Pakistan, just over here we've got Iran, and just back here we've got Muscat, and we can just see the coastline hazy down there, but we can just about see it out of the window. Crossing the coast of Pakistan. A little bit of an inversion layer down below us. They're coming in over the coast, and then Telem will be crossing into Indian airspace. Descending into the slight murkiness into Ahmedabad. Just being vectored around a bit for a little bit of spacing with the aircraft in front of us. We'll be on the ground shortly.
Identified and descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1017, transition 50.
On final approach, about 8 miles, there's the sprawling metropolis of Ahmedabad as we approach the airport, which we can't see at the moment because of the murk.
Okay, glide path is live. 95 actually.
Roger, contact ground 121.615. Roger, contact ground 121.615.
On Charlie, I fly 668.
I fly 6. Star I star 157 approaching Alpha. I star 157, Ahmedabad tower, hold at holding point 105. Hold at holding point 05, I star 157.
Minimums.
Continuing.
Good job, and we'll keep on rolling up to Delta because that's in the way,
Beautiful aircraft, sir.
so it's a little bit further. Ahmedabad, India. I'm just going to go to the hotel. We're just doing one leg today, so it's very, very short. And the aircraft's all put to bed, and we're going to get fuel in the morning. Okay, Ahmedabad, India. We're just come through security. We're just getting into the car now. Going to try and get an early start. Going to go out, get fuel, and off to Kolkata. Fueling done here in Ahmedabad. Going to get ourselves into the aircraft, we'll press start, get pushed back, and make sure they turn us into the wind for starting, and we'll be good to go.
Tower 119.6.
Hotel Bravo and Tower 119.6, November 6 Papa Mike.
D. Positive rate, gear up. 15 flaps up.
Level 150. Flight 697, identified, report
So
returning.
2 hours into the flight from Ahmedabad to Kolkata, and we've got about another 40 minutes to run, and it's been one of those flights where it's been difficult to see anything on the ground. Very, very hazy, just a continuous inversion layer.
Flight 6, continue right heading.
Localised established on 01 right at Kolkata, but really there's not much to see, and probably until we get the approach lights.
Okay, we're on glide slope. Slowing down. Gear down.
Short final into Kolkata. Very murky. There's the approach lights.
And now back to ref.
Continue approach and
Clear to land 01 right.
36 knots.
Kolkata, they're sorting out our fuel. Lots of merry people around. A little bit murky here, but we'll get our fuel sorted and then we will depart to Chiang Mai in Thailand and see our adventures over Myanmar.
আগালিম একদম চুপ করে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকো তুমি এইখানে আমি ফোন করছি
So we're just holding short of 01 right at Kolkata, and we've managed to get ourselves through the terminal, through customs, get ourselves out, and now we're at the hold, ready for departure to Chiang Mai in Thailand.
40%, everything looks good. Takeoff thrust is set, it's achieved. Airspeed is alive. 50, 70, 80. Positive rate, gears up.
So we're in Bangladesh now, and we're heading over towards the Charlie Tango Golf VOR and then down here crossing over into Myanmar. Now there has been reports of GPS loss and GPS spoofing in Myanmar, so what we're going to do is utilise the two VORs at each end of this track, plus VORs that are down the coastline, and hopefully a little bit of visual as well, that if we do lose our GPS communication or position, then we can utilise the visual coastline, which we can't really see at the moment, but the VORs to help us along the way, plus air traffic control.
800 on my coastline, you should be advised that we have lost our GPS signal, so we are tracking towards the Bravo Golf Oscar on the VOR now.
So over the top of Myanmar, and as predicted, we did lose our GPS signal. We can see here that we've got loss of integrity, but we have managed to pick up the VOR, which is further down our route, so we're starting to track that now en route towards our VOR. Very different landscape to India. We're now in Thailand on final approach into Chiang Mai. All of our GPS systems have come up and running, and runways ahead of us. Oh, we've been cleared to land.
That's it. So left on here.
Short off runway 36 and contact tower over 18 small 1 midway 5 for an sawadi krab.
Quebec
And
is
then,
this one, left or right?
Turn right on Quebec. And stand 11 is just on the left hand side up here where that fuel truck is. Can you see it up on the left? Oh, actually, it's even earlier. Just the marshaller is there on the left hand side. You can just see him.
Follow the signs to 11, right?
Correct.
Made it to Chiang Mai in Thailand after our Myanmar GPS reception loss. We're just getting fuel now, and then we'll be going off for a well-deserved beer and some Thai food. Back on the bus in Thailand, just heading out to the aircraft now. We're going to pack our stuff into the aircraft. We've already fueled, we fueled yesterday, so we'll be out to Langkawi in Malaysia now. So a longish flight, nearly 3 hours, but it's just one leg for today. Into the aircraft now. Beautiful day, should be a nice trip down into Malaysia. We'll get going, get started.
Set. Flaps are set.
November Papa Mike taxi via Papa 6 Papa Hotel holding flight runway 36.
Papa 6, Papa, holding point 36, November 6, Papa Mike.
November 6 Papa Mike, caution jet blast.
Roger, thank you.
15. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps are up. 100 feet, autopilot is engaged, GPS flight level change.
Pretty big terrain. Just off to the left of the aircraft on our climb out on the instrument departure from Chiang Mai. Over the top of Bangkok. Pretty nice weather actually, it's a little bit clearer. We've got some good views of the ground, and there's the city going along down the river into the Bay of Bangkok. And then just off to the left-hand side down there somewhere is the airport.
Air Flight 240, sorry, 360 not available, maintain level 340 for 5 non.
Level 340, look at 122.
Taxi 3237, contact Bangkok Control 11835, สวัสดีค่ะ
118.35, no gas 553.
Pretty big weather out there to the left of the aircraft now. We're not too far from our destination of Langkawi in Malaysia. Unfortunately, we're routing ourselves down here, then it'll be a little bit of a right turn, so we'll be avoiding the weather. That's just off to the left or to the east of the aircraft.
Okay, now we're at the plate.
The islands of Langkawi just coming into view as we come in and out of the little layers of cloud. Being vectored for the ILS for runway 03.
Waalaikumsalam, Malaysian 1438, standby 1 break, Cat 733, surface wind 030, 10 knots, gusting 15 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
Runway 03, clear to land, Cat 733.
Degrees, 10 knots, gusting 15 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
03, clear to land, November 6 Papa Mike.
Malaysian 1438, request POB.
We have 180.
Okay, we are on the glide slope. Set our missed approach to 2000.
Malaysian 1438. Maha 02, Edwards Company, departing runway 03, climbing 4,500 feet, radial 1.
9.